Hi friends, in this video we're going to learn how to do increases and decreases in crochet. I'm going to first show you increases because there's only one method for doing increases. And I just have a little swatch here with some worsted weight yarn. It doesn't matter what yarn you're using because the technique is the same for every project, every yarn. So an increase is basically when you're putting more than one stitch into one stitch. So two or more stitches into one stitch. And you might see it in a pattern abbreviated like SC ink, so single crochet increase. Or you might see it written with the number of stitches that you're increasing followed by the stitch abbreviation. So it might say 2SC, or maybe it'll say 5DC. That means 5 double crochets. If the number comes before the stitch abbreviation, that's an increase. Let's place 2 single crochets into this stitch. So we're gonna do a single crochet as we usually do, and then we're gonna go into the same stitch again where the feet of our single crochet are coming from. We're going back into that same stitch and do a single crochet. So you have 2 single crochets crowded into one stitch. And the rules for a double and half double are the same. You would just do a double crochet as you normally would, and then you'd go into that same stitch. Oops, sorry, almost out of frame. Same stitch where the last double crochet is coming from, the same hole. And that's a 2DC or DC increase. So that's increasing. Let's talk about decreasing. There are 2 methods for decreasing. The first one I'm going to show you is good for maybe making blankets or scarves, anything that's reversible. But I also use this method when I'm making clothing or hats. This is my preferred method of decreasing. So I'm going to show you single crochets first, and you might see this as SCDEC, single crochet decrease. You also might see it as SC, the number 2, and then TOG, tog. So that means single crochet 2 together. It sounds like a whole bunch of gibberish, but that's what 2 tog means, 2 together. So for this method, the first method for blankets, scarves, clothing, hats, stuff like that, you're gonna go into your next stitch, and we're doing single crochets for right now, yarn over, pull up a loop. Then you're gonna go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. For single crochets, we have 3 loops on our hook, which is odd. That doesn't usually happen, but we're basically treating these first 2 loops as one. We're trying to take these 2 stitches and make them one. So imagine we have just 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all of the loops. So it's like we're pulling through 2, but we're pulling through 3. So that's a single crochet 2 tog. For double crochets, it's pretty much the same. You just have to remember that first yarn over. So yarn over, go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook, which is also odd for double crochets, but we're gonna treat these first 2 loops as one. So it's kind of like we have 3 loops. And what do we do with double crochets? We yarn over and we pull through 2, but we're going to pull through 3. We have 2 loops left on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Same for half doubles. Yarn over, go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Imagine that we have 4 loops on our hook, but imagine that these first 2 loops are one. So it's like we have 1, 2, 3. And half double crochets, you yarn over and you pull through all the loops. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 3. So the rules are the same. You just have to remember that extra yarn over, and you're basically treating the first 2 loops as one. Okay, so that's my preferred method of decreasing. Let's say you're doing amigurumis, those little stuffed plushies. It doesn't matter what the other side of your crochet fabric looks like because it's inside the plushie and you're going to stuff it. No one's ever going to see it. And this is nice because it makes the fabric a little less bulky. So some people call it an invisible decrease. I've heard people say that, but it does not look good from the back. And I'll show you why when we do it. So for this method, and you're really never going to use this method if you're doing double crochets, it really is for making amigurumi, and you only use single crochets in amigurumi, at least for the stuffed part of the amigurumi. So instead of going under the V for the stitch, you're just going to pick up the front bar of your next stitch, And then you're gonna swing your hook in front, go to the next stitch and pick up just the front bar as well. And we're basically treating these two stitches, these two bars, as one stitch. So we're gonna yarn over and pull through those two loops on our hook, the two bars, and finish the single crochet. Yarn over, pull through two. I'll do another one. So catch just the front bar of the next stitch, swing your hook to the front, so like bottom up, obviously, to catch the front bar of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through those two bars, and then yarn over, pull through two. So this is what it looks like from the front. And I'm feeling it right now. It's really not bulky at all. It lays pretty flat, which is nice for amigurumi. You don't really want bumps or bulk. But from the other side, we've left behind these bars, the back bars, so it doesn't look the same on the front and the back. It's really not a reversible decrease, but it's handy if you're doing amigurumi. This is my amigurumi preferred method of decreasing. So I hope that was helpful. You learned increases and you learned decreases, two methods of decreasing. And now you can make some more crochet things. Happy crocheting, everybody.